Welcome to Two Broken Thumbs, episode 2. I am your host with the most, James, also known as Spy, and
You're cutting in and out.
Here is my co-host, Cole. Cole, introduce yourself.
Hi. Hello, it's me, Cole. Welcome to the podcast where we are all gonna fucking die.
Yes, much like the people in this movie.
You are cutting in and out, my friend. I can't hear a word you're saying. Oak tree.
This is picking up everything I'm saying.
Okay, I'm not.
Okay.
Like that. I know you were gonna say oak, and then I heard nothing else, so I assume you said oak tree, which is a very weird thing to say in this conversation. But
how did you know?
Patrick, quick, edit him saying oak tree.
Am I still cutting out?
Kind of.
On Discord, it looks good. Like I'm staying green the whole time.
Oh, it's on my end actually. I'm in the red. Okay, all right, here. Let's try the intro again. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Let's try it one more time.
One more time.
From the top.
Are you?
Yeah, take it from the top, James.
Are you all good? Are you?
Yeah, I'm
set?
all good. Yeah.
Are you
I'm
prepared?
Good. Huh?
Are you in position?
Yes, I am in position.
All right. Once again, second time. This is crap. Two Broken Thumbs. Yeah.
Man, you're really good at this, James.
If you want the definitive opinion, the definitive takes on media, this is where you go to. We are the most correct, by definition.
By definition, we are, yes, indeed, the most correct.
Absolutely. I'm the host with the most, James, and I have my co-host here, Cole. Cole, tell them about yourself.
Wait, hold on a second. What do you mean co-hosts? I'm sorry.
We're both co-hosts.
Yeah, don't call yourself the host if you are also the co-host.
No, but you're also a host. We're both hosts. That's why we're co-hosts. Except for you. You're a Cole host.
Fucking Christ. This writing's terrible. Just like the film we're going to talk about today.
Yes. Very much.
Allow me to tell you some information about this movie.
You see, the intro was actually kind of a... It was thematic to the movie. That's why. So, for example, the intro was done in Florida, which is where shooting happens, much like in the movie, and it was poorly written with some bad humor,
like the movie.
Similar to the movie.
Its director is Jason Lee Howden, who did other films such as he was a visual effects for War of the Planet of the Apes, visual effects for the Avengers.
Okay.
he did a film called Deathgasm.
Well, I know what to do for
and
episode 4.
He was also a writer. And this movie, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you the cumulative worldwide box office gross. Are you ready? Are you ready to hear how much money this movie made?
I am. Go ahead.
$541,797.
Oh no.
So accurate you can count to the ones digit.
To the ones digit.
So this movie is called Guns Akimbo.
Yep.
And it was oh man.
It stars Daniel Radcliffe, who you probably know as Harry Potter.
Oh, we did it, folks. We did it. We talked about Daniel Radcliffe and Harry Potter in the same sentence.
This has never been done before.
I was hoping I was trying to see how long we get through this without talking about Daniel Radcliffe and Harry Potter.
Well, according to the recording, we just now hit 5 minutes. So there you go. There's that.
Yeah. But yeah, so this film, James, would you like to explain the plot of the film for our lovely fans?
All right, so here we go. So the plot, to kind of give this, just a quick little plot summary. It stars Daniel Radcliffe, who, much like all of you, is a nerdy white boy who sits at home and is quite spineless, except for online, of course, where he does some mad flame, mad smack talk.
Like
anyone who's played League of Legends,
like he is so good at insults. Oh my god,
top tier.
He knows how to throw mud.
Like anyone, throw mud, eh? Like anyone who's ever been in a Twitch chat or played a game of League of Legends or Call of Duty or ever spent any time in an Xbox 360 live game knows exactly who this person is. All right. So,
but he's also a white knight. He blocks and makes sure that anyone who knows who says anything mean, he reports.
That's right. Because you're allowed to.
He's a good person.
You're allowed to call someone a basement dweller, but you're not allowed to use the retard word. So yeah. At least his morals are in check.
At least his morals are
so
in check.
He hits the ultimate fear of all people who flame online. He begins trash talking somebody, and then they say "lol" and type in his IP address, which is not something I've seen happen in League of Legends, but I've seen it happen in memes, and it's a scary thought.
It's a scary thought.
And then he people show up to his house, a few Suicide Squad types, and knock him out, and they surgically attach guns to his hands.
Guns to his hands.
They just bolt him in. So the movie is largely him trying to manage doing everyday tasks like unlocking his phone or putting pants on with guns attached to his hands. Or going on a date. He pursues the date in spite of, he's determined.
So the thing that James kind of, I don't know if he said, but the whole thing is that the place that he was caught or making fun of people online for was a thing called Schism. Which,
yes.
It is a stupid name. We are aware.
It sounds kind of like Tism, so I'll be making jokes about that.
Oh, but you can't say that, Jay.
Yeah, I can. That word's okay.
But yeah, so the whole thing about it is that people fight each other and kill each other, and people watch for their entertainment. And it's, wow, you guys are fucked up. I mean, come on, these guys killing each other. By the way, that's not me saying like a swear word. That's how the movie basically talks.
That's a quote.
That's literally the movie. It swears whatever it wants because it's rated R and it's edgy.
Very much so.
But yeah, no, so he gets his hands, like guns are attached to his hands, and he has to fight. Oh, Jesus, I almost threw up. Just
it makes sense. We just watched Guns Akimbo.
He has to fight the best guns, or not Guns Akimbo. He has to fight the best fighter of all, and it's a girl with a mysterious past that's so obvious. I guessed it within the first 10 minutes of her on screen.
She just happens to be related to the police captain. Yeah.
Yeah, a spoiler, Jay.
Spoiler
for anyone who actually cares about this movie. You really shouldn't. I'm not going to lie to you.
I knew a few things about. I enjoyed it. It was a fun watch.
It was fun to watch, but oh my god, there's so much garbage you have to sit through.
I enjoyed it in the same way that I enjoy the Fast and the Furious movies, or
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, or. Wow.
Yeah, if you know what, this is the best compliment I can give someone in this movie. If you like Suicide Squad, it's that.
It's similar to that.
It's that, but with Harry Potter. So how could it go wrong?
Right. Honestly, this movie was a slam dunk from the beginning.
Yeah, it was something. It was an hour and 37 minutes. And not that great in my opinion. There are several factors I could talk about. Oh my god, you want to talk about the goofs? You want to talk about the goofs in this movie?
The goofs in the movie. Let's talk about
There's only
goofs.
one. There's only one goof according to IMDb, which is far smaller than the 2-page essay of Joker.
Of course.
Okay. With his fingers screwed or braced to the handguns, Miles had a lot of trouble handling many things as shown earlier in the film. He seemingly had managed to escape from the BMW car after the collision by pulling the door latch to open the rear passenger door. You know what? It's true. Yeah,
that's true. That is.
No, it's a terrible movie now. I thought it was kind of good, but that really broke my immersion.
Yeah, that really. Jesus
oh my
Christ.
god, where to start? Where do we even start? What's the first pile of garbage we should start with dissecting this movie? Where do we begin? Do we start with positives? I have 2 positives.
I could make up some positives.
They're not actually in the film, but I can pretend they are.
All right. Daniel Radcliffe is a really good actor.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I think Daniel Radcliffe just like spews charisma. He is like if he was a D&D character, he would have like 30 charisma, which you can't have. He's just that good. Like anything that he's in, from what I've seen, besides Harry Potter, he's really good in. I mean, he's good in Harry Potter, but besides just that,
Right.
And no matter what the shitty script he's given.
Yeah, that's a big part of that.
Yeah, no matter how bad the script is, he's still able to, be able to be charismatic, and you feel for him.
Yep. There's also Samara Weaving. She plays the who is the antagonist for the majority of the film, Nyx.
She plays Nyx.
She I don't know where to draw the line here, because I feel like she's a really good actor, but I also feel like she has terrible writing and material, so it's
not her fault then.
It's difficult to channel. Now, I might be wrong. Someone may have been able to pull off her part better than her. She's very much a Harley Quinn-esque.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She
but
is
not like good Harley Quinn, like Suicide Squad Harley Quinn.
We're talking Birds of Prey Harley Quinn, where she just gets powered up and she has cocaine.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen Birds of Prey.
Yeah, no, that's literally a scene where she's hiding, and then she's hiding behind a pile of cocaine, and then she has it, and then she beats up a bunch of men while high on cocaine, which is, as you know, what cocaine does to you.
That sounds like Birds of Prey. Well, you can make the joke that that's not what cocaine does, but we saw this movie. We know.
In the movie, yeah. It's happens. A fantasy movie. We don't know. Maybe
she immediately becomes stronger, faster, a better shot.
Yeah, all those things. Those are all true things.
Honestly, I don't know why cocaine isn't distributed to soldiers.
To the police officers of the world. They really need it.
They would. Dear God.
So overall, acting from them two main leads was pretty great.
Yep.
Everyone else...
I felt like our main antagonist, Tattoo Guy, did all right.
Yeah. I mean, he just his character literally was just like, haha, I'm evil, haha, guns, haha,
pretty
I'm
evil,
gonna control the world.
Crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
he kind of nailed it, almost.
He just was a little too eccentric for my taste.
He was a bit over the top. You know? But
which I guess
for what it's worth,
sense.
Everything in this movie is over the top.
It's all just it takes itself a little too seriously, but also tries to be, haha, look at us, we're funny.
Oh, let's see. He was also a prisoner in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. An unnamed prisoner.
Yeah, there's a lot of unnames, James. Do you know any of the people who helped direct this film?
He was also uncredited.
We were watching the opening. And we were figuring out who are these people? Who are half these companies that were behind this film?
Oh, he was also in Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1 as a scared man.
So our main lead villain was in two other movies where he was unnamed and a scared man.
Oh wait, I found another mainstream movie that he was in. He was in Sherlock Holmes. He is credited as Man with Roses.
What a casting. Hey, can I be the villain in this movie? Yeah, sure. Why? We don't care. We don't care about this film.
For what it's worth, this guy's got a much more extensive acting career than I do.
He is a better actor than Clay.
He's in a lot of
Reasons Why.
He is a better actor than Clay in 13 Reasons Why. But I gotta
which isn't a very high bar. But
as I'm looking through, I'm not seeing a lot of movies that I recognize their names. There's a few TV series, but he seems nah.
Okay.
I guess my point is that the only person from this movie that you'll probably recognize is Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, yeah. And he is your everyday average, oh man, I hate my life. Man, everything sucks, There is another aspect of this movie that I guess you could say I liked, kind of.
Yeah.
So there was one good. No, there's two good scenes. There's the one scene where the girl. So at some point he has his phone, and on his phone he's able to be tracked and untracked. Well, he tracks down the people who currently have his ex-girlfriend. And he's tracking her down, and he's like trying to figure out where she's at, and doing all this stuff, and eventually the place where he finds her, or the place where he gets the information to find her, the person's just like, "Oh my god, you're the guy! Your gun's Akimbo." Which, by the way, what the heck does Akimbo mean? Like,
would you like me to Google it?
Sure. Well, I ran about this scene. But as you guys know, for a while there was that meme of Daniel Radcliffe where he had the two guns in his hands.
Harry Potter and the Second Amendment.
Yeah, Harry Potter and the Second Amendment, that whole meme. Well, that was in the movie. Like, they actually put that in the movie. Like, that was a legit scene. And I was just like, huh, that's kind of funny, actually. Like, I've never seen a film, at least I don't remember, I've never seen a film where, like, they actively go, haha, look, we can make fun of ourselves and do it well,
All right. So according to Google, which, Akimbo means, the primary definition is an adverb that means with hands on the hips and elbows turned outwards. So you can kind of picture what's going on there.
I kind of, like, is he, like, pulling his hands up in the air?
Just like his hands on his hips. However, there's a secondary definition that says of other limbs flung out wildly or haphazardly. So I think maybe they're going for the second definition, because he spent a solid amount of this movie running around with his hands above his head.
Yeah. Going like, get these off of me!
Very much.
Yeah. It's definitely...
On screen, I have the Google Images result for Guns Akimbo, so you kind of have an idea of what's going on here.
There you go. That's what basically he's doing. Mm-hmm. And I think that scene was really good. And there's another scene that I liked, kind of, sort of, I guess when he yelled at his boss. I mean, that was a pretty good scene all around. But I think, like, those two scenes are, like, the only interesting scenes. Everything else is terrible. Every other aspect of this film is bad.
Yeah. It is entertaining.
It is entertaining, but, like, on, like, a level of, like, actual rating, I can't rate it.
It is very weak. Rating wise.
I mean, I think the best way to watch it is with a group of friends, so you can analyze it.
Yeah, I
talk about. Oh, one more thing. So there's a thing with his guns where he only has so many bullets.
Oh yeah.
A lot of times in movies, when someone has guns, they will just let them have however many bullets they want. But since the guns are attached to his But since the guns are attached to his hands, he's unable to reload. So they literally have a counter, and throughout the movie, they keep the counter.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, hey, that's really cool.
I like
Nicely
that.
Done.
That's similar to the opening of Deadpool.
Yeah, it's where he only has. It's that concept, but in a movie form. And I was like, all right, I can get down with this. So, it was well done.
They maintained it pretty well.
Yeah, I would say I enjoyed seeing, he only has this many bullets left, and he also gets to see how many bullets he has left because it's on the side. So he's able to,
Yeah, he's got a little like LED display letting him know.
So I think that's another good thing. But everything else, the music. Do you want to talk about music?
So, Suicide Squad we're going to keep referencing that because they're basically the same movie, I guess.
Yeah, it's basically not really, very similar in tone.
So, in Suicide Squad, it's often criticized for its soundtrack. It seems less like a well put together soundtrack, like for any good movie. Like Top Gun has a great soundtrack, for example. But it seems less like that and more just like if someone was flipping through radio stations.
Yeah,
and this movie is similar to that, but I think the issue I have with it is it seems poorly balanced. Like the music is very
it has a very
overbearing.
Different. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's sometimes even hard to hear what the people are talking about because the soundtrack is just so bombastic and loud. Not the music, I should say. The music is just loud and bombastic, like the background music.
Yeah.
It's just overbearing, and
it's one thing when like music's playing loudly, like while you're like moving to a new scene or like you're getting like a panorama shot or something. But this is like in the middle of like conversations and development. There's music playing and it's loud,
which is kind of hinders the scene because the actors are doing their best and
right.
with the stuff they're given.
And
so
they're not particularly bad either. So
yeah, but it's hard to hear over the sound of the music.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, music is god awful. It's the most just like what is a famous song that the kids like nowadays? Ballroom Blitz. I remember that. Let's have some new age band sing it while this girl goes around killing people. What's another good one? Just it was just that. Like a lot of just that.
Yeah.
Like familiar songs that you know and love, but ruined.
I also want to make it clear. Our definitive take that we're giving right now, we just finished this movie a few minutes ago, so we haven't thought it over a ton. So keep that in mind when we get something wrong. But remember, our thumbs are broken, so.
We just finished watching it. Like we literally finished watching it, and apparently I didn't even know he started recording.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get that initial take,
I had no idea. So we're right off of it. We just came off a high, and we're trying to explain what we saw off the high.
Well, I don't want you to be able to think about what you just saw. I just want just open the floodgates and let's see what pours out.
Raw. So here's what I normally do. Whenever I see a film, what I've been doing is I've been taking notes, and like I'll have like a whole book of notes of like what I thought of it. But like I really couldn't do that here because the film was it was almost intoxicating. Like you just kind of watched it and like you felt your brain just turn to mush.
It was difficult to look away.
Yeah, it was like a train wreck with a car wreck with 5 burning cats somewhere in the mix. It's hideous, but you just can't look away. Oh, it's also tinted a disgusting color too.
Yeah, very yeah, poor.
Which
lens.
I think that can be our transition to the camera work.
Okay. All right. So
do y'all like spinning cameras?
so you'll find that Cole seems to know a lot about camera work where I do not. I notice some big things maybe, but overall, usually I'm not picking up on camera work very much.
So
I was picking up on this.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, camera work is kind of a harder thing to criticize because you don't know what the director or the person behind the camera is trying to go for with the scenes or the angles. When you see a scene and like if it's from like an upper view or lower view, you can tell, okay, so this is how it's supposed to feel in this scene. But like in this movie, they didn't really have that. They had a lot of spinning cameras, like Daniel Radcliffe. Oh, by the way, his character name is Miles, and that's such a lame name.
I accept it.
It's I mean, it's a realistic name, but like God,
I don't know. I don't have an issue with them naming him Miles. They named the new Spider-Man Miles, so why not?
Well, of course, because he's a superhero, and oh yeah, we'll get to that in spoiler talk.
Are you trying to say that Miles isn't a superhero?
I said he was. Anyways, so
Guns Akimbo, whenever Miles.
Oh, we'll get to that in spoilers. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, as I was saying, the whole thing with the camera is that every time that like Miles was injured or like was disoriented, they were like, how are we going to show this character's disoriented? Have the actor be disoriented? No, we got to make the camera spin.
And we're not talking like a little bit of spinning.
We're not talking a little, like a slow spin. We're talking
very
full
fast.
On, like they put a camera on a top and just let it run. Like
start the scene with the camera upside down and then spin very quickly in the opposite direction that he is spinning to make it really disorienting.
And then cut to another angle, similar angle, but like with a different angle, and then keep it spinning.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there going like, how, why? Why are you doing this? What is wrong with you? There's other ways to suggest that this character is, obviously in pain. I don't know. Let us see how he's acting, how he's reacting. You don't hire Daniel Radcliffe just because he's handsome.
Right.
That's part of it.
Which he really wasn't in this movie. He was a mess the whole time.
No. Yeah, he's a mess, but because he's supposed to be like us, he's just a mess.
I keep myself looking just fine.
I don't know. I just shaved finally the other day because my face was starting to look like World War II.
Thanks.
I looked hideous.
Hideous.
Oh, it's hideous. But yeah, and then the fight scenes. I have a distaste with Hollywood fight scenes. Like I hate quick cut camera shakes because it doesn't like let me see what's happening. It doesn't show me the damage. It doesn't like add anything. It just goes, oh, quick cuts. Whoa, so much stuff is happening. And you noticed that too, correct?
Yeah, so there's a conversation to be had there. I'm
there
trying to think of fight scenes. Okay, so can you think of like a Marvel, like a Captain America Civil War fight scenes?
Civil War, like when he's in the elevator.
That's Winter Soldier.
But still, my point still stands. That's still a good fight scene.
Okay,
because you understand what's happening.
What about? All right, Disney Plus. Here we go.
Oh,
so how about something?
James, what's Disney Plus?
Okay. I'm not shilling for Disney Plus.
How can our viewers get Disney Plus?
You can do what I do and have Verizon.
I was gonna. No, we're trying to sell the product. Just sell the product, bro.
Our product?
The product, bro. Sell it. If you go to Disney Plus /2 broken thumbs, you get no bonuses.
You will probably get a 404 error.
You will get a special 404. But no, what were you saying? What about?
Well, I'm trying to think like. So what? Okay, let's pick out a few different fight scenes and talk about them. So,
okay.
Have you seen Kingsman? Have you seen Kingsman?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kingsman fight scene was fantastic. The one where he's in the church and Freebird starts playing.
Yes.
That's a really well, and they did that by having the scene being played out, but then before the impact of each move, they would have they would cut a few frames out, so the impact was harder.
Ah.
Yeah, it's really well done, and it's it's a really well done shot, and I love it. I love watching it. It's so well, and at the end of it, you realize, oh my god, he just went apeshit and killed all these people.
Oh yeah. No,
but in this film, instead of trying to show us what's happening, they try to quickly cut everything, so it looks sloppy.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I don't feel the damage or the weight. Like there's a scene early on where someone punches Daniel Radcliffe's beautiful face, and like it looks so bad.
Yeah,
the impact doesn't exist.
There's just no impact. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Which, not to be confused with like John Wick 3, where there's constant fighting, and after a while you start to realize that they use the exact same sound effect for every punch that goes through, regardless of how like some are very heavy while some are much lighter, and it gets kind of jarring.
Right.
Okay, so here's what I got for you. Let's do screen share Discord.
Wait, what? What's happening?
I'm going live on Discord. Take a look at this.
Oh.
So the scene always comes to mind. So I'm gonna break this up so that we don't.
Oh, okay. I guess Pat's gonna. Oh, I was gonna say Pat can put this on screen for us.
You can, or he can leave this. It whatever he wants.
Oh,
but either way, I'm gonna try to pause it like every 5 seconds to try to keep it
okay.
Within copyright limitations. But we all need Disney. Okay. So I don't have sound on either because YouTube hits sound a lot faster than images.
Yeah.
All right.
So now we see what this person's like main attack form is his claws,
Right. So these fight scenes, they're very quick, they're very up close.
But you see what's happening.
You have a pretty good idea of what's happening, but
Yeah.
you've got a shaky cam effect going on in addition to very quick cuts. So the combat feels very impactful, but
Yeah.
it's still
You can still
have an
see
idea,
what's going on.
Right. The choreography is good enough so it looks realistic, and the combat is happening very quickly. The cuts are very quick, so you feel almost overwhelmed, like, oh my god, ooh.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, none of these people are going to die, but you still feel invested.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the story gets you invested for other reasons, but you see how quickly everything's happening here.
Yeah.
And like the camera's not steady at all.
Yeah, no, and it's suggesting a lot of action being happen at one time.
Right.
Yeah, this film doesn't do that.
No.
It does quick cuts. It shows the girl not getting hurt and how much damage she's doing, but then quickly cuts away before any of the blood can actually be shown.
Right. And
so
there is a lot of
yeah.
So reality tends to get bended in movies often, for better or worse. Like these Marvel movies, obviously, people are taking a lot more punishment than they should be able to. Well,
you have to hold back disbelief.
Suspension of disbelief. Yeah, we can accept certain things, but ultimately, in this movie, these are our protagonist Miles is a pretty normal guy.
I think even like below average for normal, he literally just sits around at home, plays video games. He's not very healthy.
Right. He's not active. He's not like, fat or anything. We all know Daniel Radcliffe, but
you can't make Daniel Radcliffe fat. That's a sin. That's a movie sin. It's written in the movie Bible.
We wouldn't do that. No. We're not evil here at Two Broken Thumbs. No.
No.
But, he gets shot a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
He
actually
takes a lot of damage, like between falling and like getting tripped up on stuff. His hands got carved into that day.
But by the way, just the idea of like a hand being covered in guns, like having your hand literally forced to have guns, is a little bit stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't think that's how that. Oh yeah, they don't put him under a sedative or anything. They
just knock him out.
Yeah, because it's the same thing.
One time with a trank dart, and then a second time with a fist.
Yeah, and I kind of at that point I was like, all right, I could suspend my disbelief a little bit because I don't think this would actually work in real life, and I'm not about. This is not about to be the test subject to figure that out.
Yeah.
But with how many bullets like he shoots or he gets shot at with, and how often he gets into a gunfight, and you're just like, all right, do all these people just not know how to shoot guns? Like, I think during the last fight scene, which not spoilers, it's a fight scene at the end of the movie. Oh my god. They're in a warehouse, and like all these people they have guns, and they're all walking up to him, and you're like, what?
I would dare say almost standard in bad action movies. People with guns walking up to other people.
Yeah, but that's stupid.
As if they're melee. Oh, I agree. It's stupid.
I
guess my point is, you've seen it before, folks.
Yeah, it's the most like bare minimum, just simple. There's nothing. There's not much there to appreciate besides Dan Radcliffe and the other girl.
You see it in John Wick 2 and 3 a lot.
Yeah,
just like people have weapons, but they're still walking up. Yeah, because guns are melee weapons, as I'm sure we all know.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, by the end of the movie, spoiler, we'll wait.
We can go a little bit longer without spoilers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could talk about the ending and all that fantastic stuff later. So we talked about camera, talked about color, I guess. It's bad.
Yeah. You guys know there's lenses being used in camera work. Movies aren't really as we perceive things. For example, we were just looking at Civil War. I always cite that one as the movie itself is darker.
Yeah, it's got a nice
it's kind of gritty.
Yeah,
in a way, and it's supposed to be because because of what's going on. Like I've got a scene with Spider-Man on screen right now. Like his suit is kind of dark. Ultimately, everything
it pops
gray.
out a little bit, but yeah, there's a slight tint to everything.
Right.
Which that's fine because that's the tone they're setting.
Well, it's the tone they're trying to set.
Yeah.
And I would say it's pretty subtle in this movie, whereas like in
this film,
in every Harry Potter film, it gets like 10% darker.
Which is one of my biggest complaints. If we ever do a full on review of all of the Star Wars movies, or not Star Wars, Harry Potter films, that's gonna be my biggest complaint. Is that I get it. I understand the symbolism of the screens getting darker as they go on. Point is,
right. But by the time we get to Deathly Hallows, it is like hard to see.
Yeah, I was in the theater seeing that film, going like, I can't see what's happening.
It's just so dark.
Yeah, is that Ron? No, it's Hermione. They look the same.
Don't insult Hermione like that.
Don't insult an Oscar winner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really don't know what else there's to say. Honestly, we could talk spoilers now if you want, if we've reached the point where we can, because I really can't think of anything, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm good with switching over to spoilers.
Okay, so the ending's stupid. Sorry. Spoiler warning. Here we go. James, what do you rate this movie?
Yeah,
tough question.
Oh man, objectively, like a 3.
3 scones, correct?
Yeah, 3 scones.
3 scones. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a -27 out of Thor Ragnarok. That's my rating.
That sounds about right. I could agree with that rating. I could agree with it.
It's a very. I mean, you're giving a little bit of. I mean, you're giving a little more credit than I. But it's a subjective. It's subjective,
That's why I said objectively first, because it's subjective.
Yeah, exactly.
So subjectively, I might move it up a point or something. I don't know. It's kind of fun to watch.
I might put a quiche in there somewhere.
Right, as one does.
Maybe 2 more scones. Anyway. So by the end of the film, so the girl that he's fighting the entire film, they're not going to kill each other. Obviously, they're going to team up to take down the entire organization that, and turns out that the entire time, so the main girl, Vix, is being hunted down by the police. And the entire film, you're supposed to be thinking, oh man, I wonder why. And obviously the answer is because the guy is her dad. It's not.
Police captain is obviously her dad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not rocket science. I've seen a film before. I'm not stupid.
It's just so obvious.
Yeah.
It's like not... he very much implies that he really needs to take her in, but he doesn't. Yeah. He never gives any motivation for it, and you could be like, "Oh, well, it's probably because she kills people." It's like maybe, but from what we understand of the world, a lot of people are doing that, and he is very set on getting her specifically. So, it feels pretty. It feels pretty obvious.
So, but
I don't. When I'm watching movies, I usually don't think ahead a lot and try to figure it out before the plot twists are all revealed. I'm just not good at it. I just don't think to do it usually. I'm usually so immersed. But in this one, I was like, oh, duh, obviously, yeah.
Well, so here's the fun part, though. They try to add as if he has character by in the car while he's with them. Dayrak was like, all right, so you're gonna take me to the hospital to get these things off me. Right? He's like, no, I'm gonna use you as bait, idiot. And he's like, why would you do that? What are you doing? And literally he gives his 2-minute backstory about how his wife and kid and his son died, but his daughter lived, and his daughter is Vix. And I'm like, wow, Next. I bet he dies right now. And guess what? He gets killed by his partner. Who turns out, he's been working for the guy, the villain, the whole time.
Yeah, oh no, he was evil the whole time.
Yeah, and it's such a stupid twist. Honest to God, it was just
They kind of hinted at it earlier when he was laughing at the live stream.
Yeah, I get that too, but that's just because people are watching. They're terrible people,
right? Well,
Which by the way, I don't know if you ever seen the movie called Nerve. But this gave me a lot of Nerve vibes, where the end of the film, the main character goes something along the lines of, "Don't you guys get it? You guys really want one of us to kill each other? Are you guys crazy?" Literally the same exact thing. I kid you not.
Yikes.
It's so dumb. Both of them are like, "Man, you guys just don't get." And like, while he's talking to them, saying like, "Why are you kill each other?" They're like, "Ha ha 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 ha," because is get it? Because we become so detached from reality that, whoa. But besides that, so he like meets the main girl, explains everything to her, and then is like, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna put the Kevlar armor on my belly, all right? You're gonna shoot me, and then we're gonna break in. And I'm like, sure.
Yeah, it's they take a good minute to kind of describe how to go through everything and explain how they nailed it, which, fair enough. It's believable. I don't think it breaks any rules.
No, I think it is believable, but I kind of was just hoping, I'd be able to figure it out myself, without having 1 minute back scene or cut scene showing me how it happened.
We wouldn't have, because we would have figured out that he had the vest on after he got shot by her, but we wouldn't have figured out that they discussed that she helped him get it on. So I think that was good. I think that was.
I kind of assumed as much, but I guess my Pac-Man playing has made my brain so big that I just know more than everyone else.
Oh, did you like that video I sent you last night?
I hate you.
Okay. I saw Pac-Man on your Snapchat and I was like, oh, I have a video for it.
It's a good one. If you guys know what we're talking about the classic Pac-Man doing crack video.
Yep.
It's a good one. It's really good. Don't you guys want to do crack? We get you crack, Pac-Man. It's bad.
So awful.
That had more character and depth than this story did.
I don't know about all that.
It's better well shot.
It was better shot. All right, so I think now would be a good time to talk about Kevlar.
Oh yeah. Let's discuss Kevlar. So we're talking about how Kevlar, is an unbeatable.
So, folks, if you don't know, bulletproof vests are, they exist in real life and they have their purpose. Now, a bulletproof vest is not a suit of armor that makes you invulnerable to bullets. A bulletproof vest will absorb the shot of a bullet, generally only one. You see, a bulletproof vest is made up of a bunch of fibers inside the vest, and when it gets shot, all those fibers break. They take the impact, but then they kind of shatter. So now you've gone from wearing what was like a very tightly knit together piece of equipment to what is more like a feather pillow of broken fibers. So it takes one bullet really well, and you still feel the impact from the bullet. It hurts. It knocks the wind out of you. Probably might knock you over depending on what you get hit by. But you take a hit, and then after that, the vest is almost useless. Now, you can play with this a little bit. Like, I'm pretty sure in one of the older Terminators, they get hit a few times in their bulletproof vest and, still do just fine. Daniel Radcliffe absorbs a lot of ammunition in this movie.
Yeah, and it's a little ridiculous. Even I was starting to go like, all right, Kevlar is not that good.
So he gets the vest on, and for the show, to make them think that he's dead, Nyx shoots him. She unloads like 5 shots into him, thereabout, and from there, they still have 20 minutes of movie left that involves him getting shot quite a few more times.
So we already all agreed that we're like, all right, so yeah, this doesn't mean anything.
This vest is done for.
Yeah.
And with that said, I think almost all the characters take more punishment than they should realistically be able to take. But I don't know,
everyone takes bullets except for anyone who is not the main characters.
Right. Oh yeah, everyone else dies in one shot.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, as things are.
as cavalry go.
Yes. It's a bit of a mess. But anyway, do we need to talk about the ending?
Yeah. Did you think the ending was good?
I thought the ending was slightly worse than the rest of the movie, so the answer to that is definitively no.
Good response because so let's explain what happened. So at the end of the movie, I will give credit where credit is due. No, let me start with the bad stuff first. So the scene where he's now they make a joke early in the movie about how you pick a roof to do the final standoff in, and I'm like, get it, Die Hard reference.
The game seems to be pretty self-aware. Not in the cute way that the Emperor's New Groove is self-aware, but it's still pretty self-aware.
Yeah, and so at the end of the movie, the final confrontation is on a roof,
right?
And he's got the main bad's got his ex, and he called a chopper, but the chopper's not going to pick him up. It's really just going to watch him die.
Yeah,
because they're so
and then
absorbed
disappear after he dies.
Yeah, and they disappear after he dies. So he has one bullet left at this point in the movie because Daniel Radcliffe has one bullet left, and you're assuming that he's going to say something really cool and then shoot. But obviously, it's not going to happen.
He says something that he thinks is really cool, that the movie wants you to think is really cool, and he misses.
Yeah. The whole speech was about you were a nobody before I came and got you, and now look at you. You're so cool. You become a murderer. God, you're so cool now. And he's like,
so many.
You're
views.
Right. I'm alive, but you're not. And then he misses the bullet, and I'm like, cool. All right. So now he dies.
Which missing the bullet was in character.
But then. Nope. He takes 5 full-on revolver shots. And the revolver, by the way, is huge.
This is a very large gun.
Yeah, it's at least
probably a 44.
Yeah. So he's taking them from the chest, from the shoulders, everywhere. And he has the girl around him. And
keeps on pushing, man.
He just keeps pushing.
He's
and
determined.
The music choice, by the way, mwah, oh yeah, it's so bad.
What was it? I forget.
I don't know exactly. But the song was just out of tune. It's just not the right fit for the scene. It was about how gotta keep pushing, and that was the music.
Oh yeah, it was I won't surrender or whatever.
Yeah, I won't surrender. It was overbearing and stupid, and he's So he pushes the guy off eventually starts beating him with his handguns over and over again, and then he literally picks him up with the handguns. May I mind you?
He uses his arms,
Yeah, and he pushes him over the edge. The guy's just we're all around the world. You can't stop me. And then he just you just stop me. You stop no one. And he's cool. He beats his arms, and then he just kills him. And then the next scene is
you missed the big payoff. Earlier, when Nyx was fighting one of the mini bosses, she threw a knife at him, which he caught, and then threw back at her. And she tries to stop it with her hand, and it ends up cutting off her ring finger and her middle finger. On one of her hands.
A stupid scene, by the way, because why would you try to put your fingers up to block the knife?
It was a pretty goofy shot.
Yeah, it looks so dumb.
But it had
he's
nice
throwing
joke.
The knife back at me. Quick, put my hand up so I can grab it. Uh-oh.
It came with a nice joke, though, so,
Yeah.
And anyway, after they defeat the mini-boss, Daniel Radcliffe decides to pick up her middle finger.
Pick up the middle finger.
He says, we need to hang on to this. Now, I was under the impression maybe he'd try to get it reattached afterwards, which is difficult to believe. But, it's not like this movie wasn't already pushing boundaries on reality. So I was cool with it. So he only takes the middle finger, though, not the ring finger. So that's a bit odd.
Yeah.
So, and this middle finger also has a ring on it.
With a skull.
Yeah, because she's so awesome.
You gotta remember, that's ring with the skull, because it's edgy.
Right. Super edgy, super awesome. So then during the final confrontation, Nyx has gone out in a blaze of glory, to eliminate the rest of the lackeys. While Hans Gruber is hanging over the edge of the building, he takes the middle finger and he shoves it into his mouth.
Into the guy's mouth.
Yep. And then, beats his hands with the guns and he falls off and dies, gets splattered,
Don't forget, he does like 3 flips while he falls.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Which, as you know, which is what happens when a human falls off a cliff or a building. They do flips. They do sick flips.
From a standing position. Yeah. Would a real gamer boy settle for less?
Exactly. You gotta look cool. Listen,
right.
You gotta do a sick 360 before you die.
Right. Exactly.
So then that happens, and then the end of the movie is like, look, he's out with his girl, who, by the way, the entire film was just like, I didn't do anything. You had the power with you inside of you all along. And I'm like, that's the fakest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That was a good line.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for making me a better person. And she's like, I didn't do anything.
You were the better person. I'm like, really? Because all I see of this guy is that he is out for himself. Yeah.
I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
How did he become better? What did he do?
Yeah, he literally is running away.
Was he before the movie started?
Yeah.
Because it's not like we got to see them as a couple and then break up. Like,
we got to see a little bit. But like all we saw was him suffering.
This movie opens with him alone in his apartment and like accidentally liking one of her pictures while he's at work. You know the risk of going on Instagram, folks. If you accidentally double tap a picture and it gets liked, it's all over. We've all been there. Yes. Yeah.
You can't just unlike it,
Right. You can, but they still get the notification that it was liked by you. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I wouldn't know. Nobody follows my stuff on.
Yeah, it's fair.
So like the movie tries to have like a whole, oh man, they're together again. But then like it immediately cuts to him bleeding, like profusely, by the way, just like the stones that he was slain on, covered in blood. He's been shot everywhere. He should be dead. Keep in mind, dead.
He's been shot a lot.
Yeah, he is bleeding everywhere. And I'm saying, all right, cool. He's dead. It's over. He's dead. It's gone. This is going to have a sad ending. Perfect. If that's how the movie ends, perfectly. That makes sense of the movie, He lived, and he had one day where he got to fully live, and you know what? That's a great ending.
Now he lives.
He lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only does he live, by the way, his ex starts making comics about how cool of a guy he was, and then he has a list of all the other locations and drives off to go find all the other evil corporations that have the things.
Yeah, all the other ringleaders of the.
It was open for a sequel to a film that only made less than $500,000.
I don't know if it meant to leave it open for a sequel, but maybe. I don't know.
So,
he's got the ring at that point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's got the ring. That's got to be important too.
The one that was shoved into the dude's mouth with the finger.
Yeah. All that is what happens in the film. So what I'm trying to say is it a good film?
His hands get fixed up.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. It's don't remember he survived all those shots. He's invincible. He's invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
They for some reason somehow he gets the guns removed from his hands. I was under the impression that he was still wanted by the police because he commits a few crimes while he's doing this, believe it or not.
Yeah, he kills a few people.
Yeah,
I mean who are just civilians.
Right.
But I'm assuming what ends up he should be wanted by the police because the only guy who knew anything about him got killed by the other police officer.
Yeah, he definitely shot another police officer. It was the police had plenty of reason to believe that he killed the police captain.
Yeah, but even the main girl should believe that he killed the main police captain. Because you know why? Because he was there with the guns in his hands. Like, she wasn't keeping track of his bullets. Like,
right. It was, it was pretty lucky that Nix believed him when he told her that the other officer killed the captain.
Kind of makes sense, because at this point in the film, we know that he doesn't kill. Like, we are aware that, like, the main character does not want to kill people.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I'm kind of glad that did happen. like the problem with this film is that there's terrible writing, but there's also some semblance of good lines.
It's the writing is a bit rough, but it is consistent at least.
Yeah, it's a hit and miss, but at least it's consistently hit and miss. There is one character I absolutely loved that was a side character. That was the homeless man. He was hilarious. There's literally a scene where like he talks about how, man, if you're going to kill yourself, you got to do it right at least. Like giving his whole reasoning.
Yeah, he's like looking to Miles is looking to kill himself, and he's like, whoa, because he's got like the gun in his mouth that's like aimed not at a good angle. He's like, you're gonna totally miss your brain, just gonna mess up your face. Come on, gotta get together. Miles is like, oh, thanks, I guess. But he doesn't kill himself. Yay.
Yeah, no, because that would just suck. Yeah, no,
I'm sure all of you thought he was gonna kill himself 30 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, no. Overall, I think there are some good aspects about this film, but
like I said,
there's a lot of positive reviews for this. What the heck?
Well, like I said, get a couple drinks and invite some friends over and have a good time. Can definitely be enjoyed.
It all amounts to Flash, the false pretense of a filmmaker who thinks he has something to say, only to say nothing at all. I kind of agree with that.
It did feel like there were a couple messages in there.
It was trying to push the boundary of we're so addicted to our phones and our technology. But you know what's interesting about technology, Mr. Screenwriter? We're able to do things like this. We're able to talk about things, able to discuss things with like a civilized person. The entire internet is not just a giant toxic waste dump of people who want to see people kill each other.
Well, everything has its positives and its negatives, and everything in moderation.
Yeah, everything in moderation, yeah.
And there's a bit where like Miles is yelling into one of the cameras because they're all being watched and live streamed the whole time. And he's like, you people you're insane, you're crazy, watching these people kill each other. It's horrible. And like everyone's just laughing at him. And then you kind of like think to yourself, like, no, Miles was watching this stuff too. He was trolling people, but he's still watching it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you have no right to talk about this,
Right. It's just like, all right, dude.
Or let's also, discuss the fact my favorite line in the film, which was the line, I've had my phone buried in my face for so long, I forgot what the real world looks like. It's so HD.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the level of writing that you're on. We're talking like Star Wars Episode 3.
Hey.
Defend it, James. I like sand. Defend the line, James.
That's in Episode 2. That's my defense.
Oh, good point. I haven't seen those films in forever. I'm sorry.
I will defend those movies. That is a hill I'm willing to die on. I will defend those movies.
So yeah,
they have a lot of flaws, but they also have a lot of things that aren't flaws that people still criticize. I will defend it.
Yeah, a movie. A movie doesn't have to be perfect. The movie can have flaws. And I will say this movie has several flaws. And, it's very interesting that we did this film right after Joker, because those are two they're tonally different movies,
Yes, very much so.
One's a character
study. For example,
study
one has characters.
Well, I was going to say, one has character, but one is a character study of a man slowly losing it, like over a course of a few days. This is the story of a man who just is like, no, I'm a vegan and I would never do this. And like within the span of 24 hours is now killing people. Like, it's hard to try to make a defense of, technology's bad when you use technology to make your film better.
Right.
That's the takeaway I'm gonna give.
It's Anna. I don't know. I think maybe he was just going for moderation in technology. I don't. Yeah. There's a little.
I guess.
I think he's trying to say a few things. I don't know. That nothing's like. Yeah. Watch it yourself. Take of it what you will.
Yeah. We aren't here to tell you if you should. We're just giving our opinion on the film. We're not telling you shouldn't see it.
Yeah. Like I said, I kind of liked it. Like, it's fun to watch.
There are aspects of the film that are fantastic. Like, it's fun to watch, but like objectively, it's not good.
No.
But it is a fun watch. So if you want something to watch with some friends, if you just want to watch Daniel Radcliffe, be charismatic, and by the way, have a really like thorough, good English accent through the film. Like not like I'm talking about American. Like he wasn't very English, you know.
He's pretty good nailing the accent. Him and Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Every time I see them in an interview, I'm like, Jesus, how?
Yeah, their voices are just like, "Hey, it's Mike."
Where did it go?
Yeah, I don't mind their names being plastered everywhere because they are good at their jobs. They're good at their acting. This is a very different character from Harry Potter by all accounts, you know. Harry is very much like, I must save people and I have to protect my friends. And this whimpering baby is like, oh,
hey now, he's still trying to protect his ex.
That is true. He still had, you know, he didn't want his friends to die, but it was more of, you know, he's in over his head and he doesn't know what to do.
Right. And I think it's relatable. Like if something like this happened in real life, like you'd be, oh my gosh.
No. I would agree. I definitely feel like I would do exactly what Daniel would do and just be like, I want out, and then realize, nope, there's a way out. All right, time to just push myself through this.
Right. I think we'd all like to think that we would, you know, start shooting way before he did, but geez, man.
It's easier to shoot behind a screen than it is to shoot a real person.
Yeah.
Well, anything you want to say before we close?
I can't think of anything.
I think that's about it. We covered everything about the movie. Mr. Radcliffe, if you're listening, please join our podcast. We'd love to have you.
Come on our podcast.
I would really love to have you, actually. I'm not gonna lie, you are kind of a big inspiration for me as a kid. I have a poster of him in my room with it's like a Nickelodeon like promotional poster, where on one side they have like all a bunch of scenes from I think part 4 of Harry Potter. On the back is just like a full picture of Daniel Radcliffe just looking like a snack.
As he does.
So thanks guys so much for watching.
Wait. Daniel, if you do come on, I have a question for you to think about. How come you never use the time turner again in Harry Potter? It seems really useful.
Who are you talking to?
Daniel.
Oh, that's the time turner. Yeah,
that's my biggest issue with your movies.
Yeah, well, that's not his fault. Don't blame him.
I want to.
It's easier to blame one man than it is to blame the entire team.
Fine, I'll blame the whole team. Cameraman number 5, you know what you did.
Yeah, just reverse times before you died, idiot.
Yeah. Just reverse time till before the 3rd movie.
Oh my god.
Can you solve the problems then?
Can you just go back in time when you were a baby and then take one of the guns that are attached to your hand and just shoot Voldemort?
Yeah.
Just shoot him.
Easy.
There you go. Just
all right.
So,
next episode. Next
episode.
Next fortnight.
We have next fortnight. So bye.
Oh. Bye.